Chicago culture is something so very special. So geographically, Chicago sits almost like in the same place if it were a body that the heart would be. And people are just doing. Like, we're not waiting for like investors to come in and save us.
Right.
Like, we're literally creating art and music and, you know, production.
And today, man, I got to give some love to my brother AB. He's not in the building today. Doesn't happen often, man. But guess what? We got him.
It's not because they love you. Huh? The bigger a nigga get up in this motherfucker, the more they hate you. Alright? I mean, you can play ball and all that, but shit, that don't mean shit to these niggas right here. Put a cap in your ass, just on GP, that's on the strength, alright? So you gotta watch your back.
Oh, so I should thank you then, huh?
I don't give a fuck. I just want you to know what the TikTok is, alright?
He knows.
He motherfucking knows. Hey, and look, guess what? Guess what's important, man? What's important is I got my mans in the building, man. My mans, this is my brother, low-key. Custom Chuck is in the building, man. Mr. Viral, if you have not been paying attention, okay? We're talking 35 M's, okay? Checks are cutting. What's up, brother? Thank you for pulling up, man.
Man, thank y'all for having me, man.
What up, Chuck?
Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all.
man.
Happy to be here. Let's get to it.
Let's start here. Let's take our time today, okay? This is episode 176, and this podcast is for Chicago, by Chicago. We like to highlight our businesses, our influencers, our tastemakers, and then we work our way out into the real world where the shit gets hectic. It gets really ugly,
Crazy out here.
and nasty.
It's
all right?
nuts out here.
We'll start with you though, Chuck. How was your week, brother?
I had a good week. No complaints at all. In the gym heavy this week. I did everything I was supposed to do this week. Let's say that.
In the gym heavy. Okay, so yes.
Something you don't know about.
No, not at all. Not heavy.
That was foreign. Like, what is that?
What is that? Right?
We abandoned that after Black History Month.
But you see what I did? I had to fill the seat with someone, you know what I mean, that loves the gym, right?
Fair.
So for the listeners, it's not foreign. No, I'm not with that gym shit, man. You know, I'm naturally in shape. All right, feels good when I walk up and down stairs. Okay, and don't let the physique fool you. Like, it's still. I'm still nice out here.
Very much so. I
You know
believe
what
it.
I'm
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Some things never change.
Facts.
True.
What's up with you, okay? How was your week?
Week was amazing. So I found a new yoga studio and
Okay.
I've been going every single day, been doing some virtual classes. So it feels good to be like back in the practice and then see people that I know there. Chicago is like mad small. Like you can go anywhere and see
Oh, you're going to see
someone.
somebody.
Yeah, you're going to see somebody. But it's been good. Finals week. So finished the first semester teaching at Chicago State. So shout out to all of my students that came. And it was a great semester teaching biology to non-majors and excited to go back for spring. So but I'm happy to be here.
You teach biology to non-biology majors?
Correct. I teach biology to education majors. So people that are going to be teachers and will be teaching science.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yep, no doubt.
I got somebody I want to introduce you to.
Okay, I'm with it.
Hey man, look, you should give them all Fs.
Oh,
Okay.
you are so trash.
Because you go to Chicago State.
Oh no,
Okay.
that's my
Like-
alum. I'm an alum.
You went
saying.
there?
I graduated from there. Yeah.
Like as undergrad or something else?
Undergrad, yeah, I graduated with my bachelor's from there, and I skipped my master's and went straight to my PhD program.
But on to another institution, right? You didn't go back to Chicago State, did you?
What do you mean for my master's?
Uh-huh.
No, I skipped my master's because of Chicago State. I skipped my master's.
Oh.
Yeah, what's that?
No, I'm saying I didn't know Chicago State was at a prestigious institution.
Yeah, no.
there you go. There you
we
go.
got a pharmacy
No,
school.
let me put some respect on Chicago State.
Yeah, we got a pharmacy
because that
school.
shit right over there.
Yeah, we right off 95th Street, right off the red line, right off the red
I was
line.
trying to find out. That's what.
Yeah, no, we graduate
I
the most.
apologize. Yeah, let me
I
give you
think
some
we
respect.
have
Give me some
we
respect.
graduate the most Black students that go to get their PhDs in the state of Illinois, I believe.
Absolutely.
I
love
mean,
it.
we at one point in time that was true. That might have changed, but yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to everybody that went to Chicago State for a semester and still owe.
Yeah, shout out to
Fannie
Ken
Mae
Day.
getting shit
You know
from
what I
me.
mean? Shout out to Ken Day. Oh yeah, never.
I'm going to the grave with Fannie
Yeah,
Mae.
for sure.
All them student
Really?
loans. What?
Student loans are like when you go to the doctor, right? Like the work is done. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's over with.
you sewn me up already. I'm good.
You sold me up already.
You got to come get this
Yeah.
in blood.
Man, that's how I felt about Columbia. I owe Columbia 8 stacks. They like, oh, you
Hey,
I was in film school. I thought I was going to be the next Spike Lee.
Ooh.
law school, Hana.
Oh, my
Listen,
PhD is a couple
come
of those.
get it. Come get it. You better hope I
Take
get
me
it.
to court.
I hope I get rich and famous. I can pay all my cash all out one check. If not, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, forget about it.
Ever.
You know what I mean? Some people have been lucky enough to have their loans forgiven in the Biden little situation. I'm not one of them.
Yeah, Joey did shit for me, man.
You know, I know several people.
Y'all weren't eligible?
I don't even know. I
know several people, a couple of guys, definitely. They got the letter saying
They hit a little lick.
Yeah, student loans are zeroed out.
Damn. They've been paying though, huh?
A little bit, some
See,
off
see,
and
I
on,
ain't-
right?
I ain't been
little deferments here and there.
Man, I will fuck with a deferment.
Yeah, just
I'm good on the deferment.
just no default, right? Yeah.
Man.
I ain't got a deferment left.
I'm going to keep getting degrees then till I'm like, you want me to Spanish degree too? Yep. And I'm going back to the accounting degree. Whatever I can do to postpone.
For free? You snap if they for free if you paying.
Well, if I get a full-time teaching job, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right,
I will
well,
start at Loyola in the spring too, so I'm excited for that.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to your students, man.
Yeah.
Anybody that allows Kels the Yogi to teach you anything, it's pretty fucking impressive.
That's super impressive.
It's super impressive because I don't know her in that light. You know,
You haven't seen me on
No,
my TED
no,
Talk type,
no.
and I am the real deal. I'm pretty good at what I do.
yeah, well,
That's
you
beautiful.
can't pat yourself on the back. Let me
Well, I can because I'm
Nigga, you
flexible.
just gave yourself.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
he
That's
complimented his
crazy.
watch,
But-
his curls, his shoes,
I was on your
you know,
Yeah, good catch, pause.
his pretty brown round. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Nah, that's what's up, man. Shout out to your students. Did you have to fail anybody before we leave this? Or
No.
what constitutes someone not getting a passing grade?
If they don't do the work.
Is
Right,
it-
so it's 650 points in the class, and it's relative, and so you get X number of points. That's the grade that you get. If you don't, then too bad, so sad.
do you give tests and shit like that, or was it just?
Yep, there were
writing?
4 exams that were given.
Multiple choice. I hope.
It was multiple choice. Yep, and what was dope is I had people put together a resource page, right? So it's like a cheat sheet.
Got you.
And the students got to give themselves 1 point to 5 points for their effort. So some people be like, I'm 5, right? So you get to use that sheet for 5 minutes during the exam, and those points get allocated to your exam as well. So I had people, the first test, people were like, oh, she not for real.
Yeah.
Second test, they were like, oh, she's really giving us an opportunity to like learn. And everybody's resource page was like full. They did really well in the exam. They got additional points for it. And people started coming to class. Like this was a class that my boss was like, people don't come.
Yeah.
So I had 10, I started off with 12, one person dropped, one person transferred. When I say 10 people started with, ended with, everybody took the final, everybody rocked with me. I'm so very proud. It was people in there took that class 3 times.
Failed
3
them
times.
3 times. I got you.
Yeah.
Can you shout out one like amazing student?
Yes.
Give somebody their flowers.
Summer Rodriguez.
Okay. Shout out Summer.
She was so excited when she got her grade. But she's gonna make an amazing teacher. She inspired me to continue being a better instructor and facilitator. Science is not easy to talk about.
Absolutely.
And when you're a Black person or a brown person, when you look at the books, none of that shit looks like us. None of the examples look like us. Like, I ain't never been in no ocean or nor forest.
Yeah, that shit doesn't really apply to life.
Yeah. So to have the opportunity to like dress how I dress, talk how I talk in front of people, and explain science in a way where they pick it up and they feel empowered to bring that out when they teach little brown and Black kids just makes me very excited. So she definitely, her and Barry, Chrissy, Mike, Will, Olivia.
You had 10
Dawn.
people. That's all on them.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
Shout one motherfucker out.
I didn't tell them about the podcast until class was over,
Oh, okay.
and now they follow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
Fuck
shout out to
yeah,
y'all,
give it like
Will,
yeah. Biology class.
Derek,
Okay.
yeah, can't forget him. So
He sounded like he wasn't doing shit. You just
no,
remember him.
Derek from Cali, and he was
He
like,
came to Chicago?
yeah, he came
To
for Chicago State.
See? Fuck Derek doing.
And they do call me Dr. Mars though.
Ooh, that's kind of hard.
Yeah,
That's kind of tough.
yeah.
You
I
wear a
rock
white
with
coat or
them.
anything?
No, only in the lab, but I didn't. This is just a lecture. So
Got it. Well, here's I saw a list, right? And I clicked on this because I thought I would be on this list, right?
you are so mad, arrogant.
It's the most powerful leaders in Chicago.
Why would you think that you on this list? And he about to double over.
Yeah, he's gonna tell you why he's specific. Like, why he
Yeah, I
got
mean,
good
you
I'm
know,
gonna drink while you talk.
First of all, you should probably ask yourself why I'm not on that list, right? Because I have a multitude of reasons why I should
What do
be
you
on the
lead?
list. Well, you know what? Hold on.
Okay, all right. I'll wait.
So I thought this was interesting, though, right? You're talking about the most powerful leaders in Chicago, and I was going through this here, and clearly I'm not in the right rooms because some of these people I've never heard of, right?
Oh,
So
I have.
I'll start with Kevin Warren. He's the president and CEO of the Chicago Bears. Didn't know that.
didn't know that either.
Black man at that.
That's a great photo of him too.
Wait, where? Oh, damn, I'm not following.
We got
Kevin Warren.
Kevin Warren. We have Julie Geese or Guys. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say guys.
Shout out Julie from NASCAR. Y'all did us real
Wow.
good when
NASCAR
when
Formula One, that's a
when
whole-
y'all came
yeah.
to Chicago. Y'all rocked the Chicago News
for
Weekly.
sure. So again, that's why I was familiar with her, right?
Yep.
My guy John Williamson. Okay. Co-founder and CEO of Songfinch. Now, if you have not seen or heard of Songfinch, what they do is for special occasions, weddings, birthdays, or just cause, right? They will create. They have artists. You go to the app, any genre, right? You say, "It's our anniversary. I want you to write a song."
Oh, this is them?
Yes.
Oh, I've seen
So
those.
I've
little
actually-
shows.
Oh, that's okay.
So I've actually used Songfinch, came up with a dope song, and it really takes you can preview the artist that you want to do or to write your song. They ask you all the background information, and it just goes step by step. You can pick the style, if it's up tempo,
So you like the producer?
kind of, right?
Oh, you get to live out your dreams.
Oh, he was in the Caliban.
Yeah.
He was in the Caliban. Hey, listen, I need a songer. I need a songwriter. I need a rapper. I want to come together. I want to produce. I want it to be upbeat. I want the drums to go like this.
Yes. So it was dope. So like, you know, you low key produce the joint, right? And you give them the lyrics, right? You can make changes if you don't like it.
Ooh, how many edits did you get?
I didn't need an edit. Dude killed it.
Okay.
Dude killed it, right?
Great job, producer.
Yeah, man, played it, man. You know,
What was this for? Was this for your
all me.
wife?
It was
Was
all
it-
me.
yeah, I did it for the wife. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're so sweet.
You know, and again, I know John, man, and it's just dope to see him.
Hold on. So how did you play when you got the song? How did you play
Yeah,
it for
what
wife? Was it in the car?
Yeah,
you just put it
skip
on.
over
I want to
this.
hear the story. How did you put go crazy? Show me go crazy.
So you know what? I was just like, all right. In my
You're the
mind-
best hype man ever.
In my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the waterworks. You know what I mean? So I'm playing. I said, man, I'm gonna let you hear something. So she playing it, she vibing. You know what I mean? And certain parts of the song, she like,
The fuck?
what did you say?
At the movies,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, my.
And I didn't get the waterworks, right? But it was just the elation,
Mhm,
you know what I mean, of the moment and on her face. It was cool, you know what I mean? But what they do is genius, right? And you can do it all year round. Obviously, you know, for birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, Valentine's
So
Day.
special.
Yeah. So it's dope. So like, shout out to John. And their office is actually right around the corner.
From here?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
check them out.
Yeah.
Pulling
So
up.
shout out to John. That's my guy.
Shout out
man.
to and all
Much
all
love
the
to John
artists.
and all them, all the artists too.
Yeah,
that's
like
amazing.
that's an amazing way to like give people an opportunity to live their dreams. I always say like,
And to continue to get paid from music.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
And you
yeah.
connected
and let
with
you
them
live
people
your dreams
forever.
out being a producer, a little fake producer.
Well, you know,
Can I get
I'm
a song?
producer.
I want you and Abasi to make me a song for my 1 year anniversary.
For being on the pod?
Yeah. I want it to be hilarious though.
Hilarious, like what? You want
I
an
wanna-
authentic song?
No, because they're no, I don't need it to be like
So you don't want a heartfelt?
it's heartfelt because they're writing it. And I know it'll be like filled with the most ridiculous inside jokes ever.
Okay, I got you.
You know, so and I know my cousin is off the chain. But yeah, that's my
fair.
birthday gift.
But Songfinch, man, y'all check it out, man. Anytime you see the
Shout out
Songfinch,
Songfinch.
check it out,
Facts.
man.
I seen those
You know
episodes.
so many people of mine. Oh my goodness.
I do. But, you know, neither here nor there,
The plug.
you know.
Well, that list though, people paid to promote other people to be on there.
Has to be. I think that about every single list possible. Even Hollywood Squares, you can pay for one. So anything with a list.
Wait, I can be on Hollywood Squares?
Huh?
I can be on Hollywood Squares?
Hold on.
Don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Wait, you could buy a square? Like, look,
You can buy whatever. You can anything. Everything is for sale.
Yeah.
You know that.
Pause.
You know that.
Yeah.
Aw. All right, now we pause. All right. Welcome to the show.
He's here
Welcome to
now.
the show, Chuck. Welcome to the
Everything
show.
has a price, y'all. Everything has a price. Get your bag right.
Yeah, the Uber Black, baby.
Exclusive yogi experience. Go ahead.
Hilarious.
Let's also start. I not even start here, but I have a question just to see where you lie with this, right? What do you think about segregated school classes? There's a Chicago program it's
Evanston.
receiving mixed reactions about this. I'll start and say this. The fucking world is segregated, right? So why not prepare them fucking early? All right. I don't think there's anything wrong with separating, the children for a specific class, right? In my mind, there's no different than you separating the children that have special needs. That is a form of segregation, right? The kumbaya shit, cool, right? Maybe math, everybody's the same. Science, everybody's the same. But if we're talking, Black history or Latino history or Chinese history, whatever history, and you want to only have Black students in that and tell the real story, right? Then cool. And if you have other races that want to come in, maybe they get the second semester of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because the curriculum, as we all know, it's not the actual history.
Absolutely.
Right? So if they're being honest in the classroom, then I think those honest conversations can only be had by the Black students and with the Black teacher.
Yeah, to facilitate those conversations for sure. Because it's like, what is school supposed to? It's supposed to equip you for the real world or the next level of life going forward. So as a Black young man, I may not have a male in the household. So I need to know how to navigate certain situations in real life. Like on paper, doing math, we're all the same. 2 + 2 = 4. But when I'm approached by authorities in certain situations, my interaction or my account may be different than my white counterpart. And I may need to know how to navigate those different than he does. And some person is like a Black young male teacher can teach me those things. So it's like getting the skills that you need to navigate real life. Like we said, math, science, education is all those things, but real life application is there too.
What if we're talking sex education, right? Just separate the boys and the girls.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a race thing either, right? Because there are conversations that you can have with a room full of young women from a female teacher that will never come across the right way with men in the room.
Absolutely.
Right?
They won't be comfortable saying certain things or listening and even asking certain things, which is the biggest thing is in kids, asking a question like, I feel comfortable not knowing something and trying to get the information to solve it.
Facts.
So first of all, the root, Evanston is not Chicago. Let's be clear.
Wait, this is in Evanston?
This is Evanston Township High School.
ETHS?
So I feel I first
I know teachers there, so don't.
No. I think that's fair. But when we talk about how information is shared, we chopped it up last week about media and information. Chicago is not Evanston. Evanston is not Chicago. This is a suburb north Chicago. They've had these classes, what appears, for some time. Like I want to say as far back as the 1990s, ETHS established the first of its affinity courses. And so
these are called infinity courses?
Affinity
Okay.
classes. And so a Latinx student was invited to respond that she felt more connected in her classroom when the students were sharing similar experiences.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Algebra 2,
mm-hmm.
right? But Algebra 2 affinity, where the instructor is a Latinx instructor. The students are all Latinx students. And so in that class, there's an energy of we're on the same page.
Doing this together.
We're doing, yeah. And she kind of expressed that she was able not only to feel more comfortable and confident, but that it fit. She felt like she belonged in the school community because that classroom was there for her. And so but I also understand about how it can be perceived or as a violation and it is creating like these ethnic spaces where other cultures are not allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So is it okay to say this is an all Black class, and if you want to take it, you can't take it? Versus like, if you choose to be in that space, should you as a student be allowed to take any class that you want?
No. Not to cut you off, but I feel like if you're going to say we're having affinity classes, then like stay on that, right? It's not if you want to join. Mm-hmm. We're separating this. We're giving the option to separate. So those who want separated
So a Black
classes,
student has a choice. A Latinx student has a choice that we can put ourselves in an affinity class, but a white student does not have the choice
come to the barbecue.
Put in the affinity class.
No.
I'll also say as a person who's gone through education, not seeing someone that looks like me, I had to learn how to identify scholars and see myself no matter what the class was. Right? Like I was at FAMU. I didn't have a Black biology instructor.
At FAMU?
No, when go to the science departments of HBCUs and see who's tenured.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
You feel me? Like we might be adjuncts, but we're not like full time, and so they're only 7% of the PhD population is Black anyway. And HBCUs, their salaries in comparison, like private PWIs, is kind of like, what do you do? So I had to make a decision. I'm at a Black campus, but these instructors are not African American. Chicago State, very similar. There was one Black woman in the science department, Dr. Juanita Sharp.
Shout out Juanita.
Yeah, who later left, and then Dr. Joyce Ghana. Right, like, and so she I think she's from Cameroon, maybe Ghana.
Ghana from Cameroon is kind of crazy.
I like Ghana from Ghana.
That's Ghana. I don't know. She's from the motherland. But I realized like it's not a lot of Black people, so I had to make a choice to just commit. But for kids, like I don't know. I think if it works for Evanston and the students feel good and the student community doesn't push back, but at what point? Is it unhealthy?
Yeah, because not to cut you off again, but my thing is like, why don't our Black and brown kids feel comfortable in a classroom with a white kid?
Man,
so that's
a great question.
So they're conscious of the fact that I'm in a classroom and I can't say and do everything I want to do because I'm in a classroom with a white kid,
like relative to
who may feel a certain way or make me feel a certain way to where I'm not fully comfortable to do and get the education that I want. So that forces us to have now all these. So that is the devil's advocate or like the needle that I'm trying to figure out. Like, why don't y'all feel okay saying what you want in front of them?
Why is it that an instructor? So as an instructor that has a classroom now, I need to be aware of creating the space where all of the students feel that they're on the same page, which also my language, my assignments, the text that I use, how I convey that information. And so when I have a room full of Black and brown students and the textbook has mostly, white faces in it, now I have to make sure that my slides, when we're talking about like biochemistry, I'm bringing up Black people that have, been a part of this industry that is not in this book and you're not going to be able to find, to kind of balance the scale.
But look at what you have to go through as a
to
teacher.
Make it relative.
Exactly, right? So it's on both sides of the spectrum, which is odd.
So that, and let's be real, if you're not writing the book, what you fucking mad for? So now for my peers and scholars, so I had somebody be mad about like, they're teaching the kids, rah, rah, rah. I said, well, look at the history books that are on the table to be chosen from. And if you're unwilling to write it and to create a space where you can be in competition and lobby for that book to be used over the other, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. This is the book that has everything in it, not the bullshit. So get this one instead of that one.
Right. Or like you have to commission and create the knowledge. That is okay to say. And if there is no textbook, we cannot expect people that do not look like us to think about like, let's make sure that their voice is equal. They're thinking about they are being equal. Like from their perspective, they might feel like that. Well, if I wrote a textbook, it would look mad different. Or
why don't you guys write a textbook that is better and then we'll do it?
Well, yeah. What does that look like? So I do feel like you're spot on. It isn't the instructors, but they're like, education is an economy. And if we want our kids to learn, we have to figure out what the schools are buying and we have to sell it to them. Curriculums are like that. The professional continuing education for instructors is like that. And so we have to sell what people also need to buy in the educational space.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you.
I got it for sale.
I feel kind of smart.
What else you selling?
That's crazy.
What? Don't you sell jokes and shit? Like, don't do me.
This motherfucker work too. Hey, no price just went up. No price just went up. I'm selling it and it just went up right now.
Yeah, Cousin Chuck, man, top of the top.
Top of the top. You hear me?
Price just went way the fuck up. But anyway, let's move on, man. So I thought this was interesting. I thought it was interesting because they started in Chicago, because all dope shit starts in Chicago.
This is
Believe it or
Facts.
not. So McDonald's, they are expanding their reach. Okay, it's bad enough that they've fed you burgers that can't freeze or burn, cheese that doesn't melt, right?
Never disintegrate ever.
Now they're doing beverages, basically. It's called what is the name of this shit?
Cosmo or something like that?
Cosmics, right? And they are comparing themselves or going after basically the Starbucks people of the world. Now, I don't know if I have a problem with this.
I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Can y'all tell me a little bit? Like, so what are they selling? I know it's more of a drive-through experience. It's a smaller in-store. Like, you can't really sit
Small,
there. And,
small
so
format,
it's
beverage and
drinks
breakfast focused
and like
restaurant
muffins
concept.
and pastries and things like that.
That's it, right?
Okay.
You get
Like that Starbucks bag, like you said.
Hey, man,
okay.
very small McDonald's actual menu, right? This is really about the drinks. You know what I mean? You got slushies, you got different coffees, you got
because the slushy machine and it never works at the regular.
So is this a guaranteed slushy Oreo McFlurry working machine? Like, is it 4 McFlurry machines back there working just in case one go down?
Somebody finally listen to the public because the Flurry machine.
That's crazy.
Who is y'all manufacturing?
Who is making
that?
That ass beat right now? McFlurry ain't never worked.
Man, they getting a bag, man. But look, flavored syrups, energy shots.
Oh wow!
10 new beverages. I wonder is Magic Mind finna be up in there?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Magic Mind wow. Put them on.
Yeah.
Because that Starbucks line in the morning is like the dope line in 83.
Facts.
I'm like, yo.
I was 2 years old.
And they will beat your ass about that coffee in that joint. Don't cut a line.
It says rooted in beverage exploration. First of all, that's some sexy language.
That's very sexy.
Exploration is very.
Whoever came up with this concept.
GPT. Let's be clear out here, man. Come on, man.
You think it is?
What? AI for
AI is the world.
Really?
What?
AI
Yes.
for show. Put in AI right now. How much is my pussy worth and watch what it come out?
Yes. That's
The exploration of your vagina is worth $50,000. GPT for
Yo,
sure.
this is crazy. Sour
sure.
cherry energy slush, tropical spice aid, and s'mores cold brew. So this feels like
s'mores.
Who has the dopest drive-through? It's a pull-up.
Sonic
with the little old school. Okay.
So is this Sonic's has
And
a
they have
baby
like
with
4
Starbucks?
There you go.
Somebody was like, "Listen, Chuck,
let's
Bob,
mix this drive-through.
What if we
the Starbucks.
all muffins?
I'm not driving all the way out to
McMuffs.
Bolingbrook to taste test this shit. You know what I'm saying?
But they is. The
But I
Bolingbrook
think it's
mom is mom.
Yeah, for
Drop
sure.
them kids off. That line finna be out. What?
You know what? And I think what's so brilliant about it, if they put it next to a Starbucks, like go sit in that line if you want to.
Yeah, come over here.
Because now you have
Come
you
over here.
have beverages that are friendly for the entire family. I feel like I go into Starbucks, I want to leave the kids in the car. I do not want my teenagers on caffeine. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But
Yeah.
even
It's
though
now wait, so are they targeting more the vape kid demographic than the adult
I can see that.
Starbucks? Because now it's coffee's fun with the kids than the Starbucks.
Yeah, I can see that.
caffeine,
Colors and flavors are
I'm
fun.
gonna go get my Starbucks here, but you go get yours at McDonald's.
yeah, but
across the
now
street.
you can get your cold s'mores,
Yeah.
whatever.
Because
and
ain't
I
no
can
adult
get-
drinking s'mores. I mean,
Nah.
that doesn't happen at Starbucks. It is a very sophisticated for adults.
Wow.
You don't see a lot of kids in there. So I think somebody sat back and was like, you know what? Kids can't really take themselves to Sonic. They don't have cars like that. They're not even driving. They're Ubering. So they're like, this is a brilliant like rebranding and creation or extension of McDonald's. So we'll see what happens. I do hope that y'all will rock with some small growers, farmers, whatever. Like
Here you go.
I'm sorry. Like what's in it for Black people?
Yeah, I'm all about the small girl.
Yeah.
I fucks with it. Come on, you gotta.
And
do that.
I wonder if McDonald's is ever gonna be on cannabis and like hemp stuff.
What?
I missed that.
He said,
All about the small stuff.
To say it again is crazy. I thought we was being professional.
No,
Don't do that.
No. We on the corner. We are on the corner.
Don't do
The man
that.
said, "I'm all with the small grow." What?
Open mouth.
Hey, look, let's move on. All right, Charles.
I love y'all.
I'm gonna throw this one your way, man.
Okay.
Pause. Bronny James. Okay, now I'm asking you this because you are a former athlete, still an athlete. Played D1 at Washington. All right, shout out to the Huskies.
Big facts.
Wait, baseball, what
Football.
ball?
Football.
You was a running back.
Receiver.
Okay,
Catch it.
all right. I'm
Pause.
almost right there.
Yeah, nasty on the catching. You got to relax out here.
He's
You gotta relax, B. But Bronny James, man, he's expected to make his debut on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts on him as a former athlete and him coming back from his ailment? Do you see him being productive, or are we watching to see if he is even able to play on this level?
Yeah. I think he gets a bad rap, first of all, because we're holding him to such a high standard. If this was just a regular kid playing, Bronny is amazing. You know what I'm saying? He's 6'2", 6'3", super athletic, super smart IQ. Now, you have to understand, he has the best of the best of the best of the best of the best doctors, everybody from USC, his dad, his family, so he's going to be good. I think that coming off the ailment, if you go back to Shaq's son who had the heart surgery, he kind of came back and was just more of he didn't go crazy as far as his career-wise. Very minimal. He's trying to still play now. But Bronny had somewhat of a not as serious, more like a cardiovascular type thing. No surgery needed, but just take some time off. I think that coming back now, he got to be that. His father is going to take off. Bron is going to, there's going to be a Laker game played. Yeah. He's going to miss that game to go see his son play.
As he should.
And that game, he better ball out. But he has 2 or 3 other superstar All-Americans on that team too. So I think he's going to play well. They'll still criticize him a little bit, but he'll be good. And his brother's going to be 10 times better.
Yeah. What kind of mental fortitude do you have to know that there is, a health issue internally and you still want to go forward? Having been an athlete. I mean, I was too, but I never had like those types of injuries or ailments. Like, what do you think's going through that type of player's mind?
You have to have almost unhealthy confidence, right? It's almost like a fuck everybody, a really, really selfish demeanor deep down inside to prove it to yourself. Because if you try to do it for anybody else, it just won't work.
Yeah.
I think that coming off an injury, mentally, it'll be the biggest thing for him to overcome physically. Physically, he's probably been 100%.
Right.
But mentally, him being okay with doing the things that he does and not getting anxiety or
like
not
psyching himself out.
Yeah, or not getting back into the same thing that caused it before, because it's like maybe cardiovascular, working on his breathing, working on that. His body is A1. There's no question about him as an athlete. He has to be. So I think that is more mental. So that's the biggest thing, the mental aspect of it. And it's a huge, because some people break. A lot of athletes have an injury and never become back to what they were or get their full potential because of the injury. So I think that is the biggest thing is, like you said, the mental fortitude for him to be able to say, I went through this. Now I'm a different person. I'm healed. I'm better. That's what we're wanting to see.
But how many players have you seen be hurt and come back never the same mentally?
Almost all of them.
And I feel like that.
All of them.
Almost all of them. The ones who come back are a different breed.
A different person.
Because now they change. It becomes more of a not woe is me or this happened to me. It's like, because that happened to me, I'm going to do this now. Yeah. Because I got hurt, because I was out for a year, Jamal Murray. Because I was out for a year, I'm about to win a championship on y'all ass because y'all got a mulligan. I was gone and y'all thought it was sweet.
Fuck is a mulligan?
I
hate when y'all have boy talk. Like, talk over me. Like, I don't know.
Golf is like
oh, and I play golf too. Well, I'm new.
Yeah, it's like a like a wash over, like, you did that wrong, do it again. Like a do-over.
Got it. A do-over.
So they're like, y'all got to chill out with me for a year, and now I'm on y'all ass. Or some people really never get over it.
Yeah, I've worked
or
with
later, years later. So it's
I've
tough.
worked with a couple of healing athletes, with yoga and meditation. And I think what breaks my heart is the identity is so connected to the activity,
physical ability, that
their entire world kind of moves on and they become a muted version of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if for, 2 decades, people have known them as the baseball, basketball, football, volleyball, whatever, and now that their body can't function, they lose a lot of their community. And as they're healing, they don't even know how to generate a new community that isn't anchored around their physicality. I think I used that word right.
That was right.
And it's a lot of, and so that's why I love working with high school students, because I was a semi-pro swimmer for 17 years, went to college, messed up my shoulder, didn't have a lot of support because there was a hierarchy. They fucked with the football players first. So it was the men's sports and then the women's sports. And then it also went by the type of sports, right? So, of course, like tennis got it over swimming and fucking volleyball.
This is at Chicago State?
This is at Florida A&M, right?
Okay.
So
this is before her life went down the drain on 95th.
Wild.
As a cougar.
Look,
I was going to say, if you was swimming at Chicago State, you was different.
Well,
where's the pool?
See, we have
that shit is y'all.
Chicago State got
y'all
a
was
pool.
swimming in Lake Michigan. That's why y'all was good though. No, that make you different though.
You know what?
That's why your shoulder.
And
got
now I got to
up.
give a little Black history. Shout out to Chicago South Swim Club, Illinois' first Black swim team that I was on. We swam
South
at Olive
Swim
Harvey College and we swam at Chicago State. I thought I was going to be an Olympian, but I didn't have coaches and there was not a lot of support for athletes. And I feel like, especially in the Black community, we don't teach our kids how to cultivate that inner stillness while they are strengthening their bodies, right? Like, so you get these really great athletes, but when something goes to the left, they can't mentally and emotionally recover. They can deal with like something happened with my mom or my dad, or we're broke, or you've seen those stories of like overcoming, but when something happens to you physically, it's not so easy. And I wonder how can my community of people that are yogis and meditators be more serving to Black athletes? Because it seems as though if you use it to get to college and something happens, what do you do?
The first time I ever met a sports psychologist was in college.
I didn't even know there was.
I didn't know that was a thing. Like what you mean? I'm a dog. I'm good. Like but I look at Derrick Rose, Pooh, like his journey of his career. There's no one who has more accolades than him, high school, college-wise. Right. Gets to the pros, has those catastrophic injuries, and now mentally he has to work through it. And that's way more difficult than physically. So a sports psychologist I met in college was like, yeah, you have to work through these things, but you don't think of how to heal your mind as much as you heal your body. Like my ankle takes 2 weeks, but how long does your mind take to heal from the traumas or this big loss you just had this last week and you're just on to the next, you know what I mean? So sports psychology is huge, huge, huge. Those are elite conversations that we're talking. We're having elite conversations. Like we're as regular kids regular people that we're happy that our children are playing sports in high school at the varsity level. Yeah. You're not thinking about the elite. Okay, what is their mental fortitude and how do they do that? That's the elite training mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yeah. And when you get to those levels, that's what they have. They have a sports psychologist for their kid because they know that mentally they need to have this to be elite. Yeah. We don't know.
Let me ask y'all this. I want to tap into this podcast space because Cameron, okay, and
I love him.
Joe Budden. Well, now they're beefing because it's just escalating. But Melissa Ford responded to something that Cameron and Mace were joking about on the pod, right? They were talking about a time that they ran a train on a chick, right? So then Melissa Ford.
Why do y'all do that?
I didn't know that's where it started, but continue.
Yeah. So she says something about, well, I hope that the people that you guys were involved with weren't underage women. First of all, that's wild to even. Don't even put that on my jacket, right? So she also said, before she made that comment, she said, well, given the times that we're in with all the allegations going around, right? Maybe you shouldn't have told that story. She could have stopped right there, right? But then to add to, well, I hope those young women weren't underage,
and
right?
what's the probability that there were underage women there when they was doing their shit? Like what?
Like who does that, right? So Cameron went on the rant. He kind of went off.
Don't
He
play
went
with
on,
him.
yeah, like he's not the one to play with, whatever, right?
That's what that
So,
caption on the photo.
yeah, which is hilarious. So Cam keeps receipts and he don't play no games, man. So then it turned into her saying, okay, well, I stand on what I said. It is what it is, she apologized. She apologized,
She
right?
can't
So
go back on it.
it got me to thinking, right? I said to myself, well, because initially it didn't seem like the guys on the podcast had her back. They were kind of letting her stand on that ledge alone, right? And I said to myself, well, if Kale said something out of her body to someone, right? What position or how would I feel, right? And my first thought is, well, Kales can handle herself, right? So Cam made a response like, man, you was fucking motherfuckers in the bathroom for $2,000, right? If it was the exact same situation and someone said it about you, in my mind, you're saying, all right, shit, I was getting $2K. Fuck was you doing,
like,
right? I feel like you would handle it that way, like not a big deal, right?
Didn't she write a book?
I don't know what. I don't.
Was this the woman?
No, that wasn't her. That was Superhead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Okay,
This
okay.
is different. This is different.
Okay.
Video vixen, whatever, right?
Okay. I don't really. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Now, at first, I'm like, all right,
You know
well,
what I was talking about.
Yeah.
now is Cam doing too much the way he's going, right? No, maybe not, because you're talking about given how the climate, right?
Yes, I don't think so.
No, like you put some bullshit out here.
Run up, get done up.
My point exactly, right?
Run up, get done up.
So that's why I'm saying to myself, like, all right, Kales would handle herself differently, right?
I would also ask you to fix it in post. Like if I,
Yeah,
right, so
that was another thing he talked about. How,
he gave her the option, and
Yeah.
she's like, "Nah, leave it." Okay, so now you want the smoke.
So that's the part where have I felt like I do filter, right? And I do choose what kind of smoke I want.
Absolutely.
I think it's fair to make comments when you want it to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I can see being. Well, no, I can't. I can't. You stand on what you say. If you hope do you know something?
Because that's what this sounds like.
Do you know something? What are you implying? Our words can be very violent and antagonistic. And so if it wasn't on the run of show to like, all right, we have something that we're setting up, but at the same time, I hope not too. I like Mace. I like Cam. Like it's not easy. It's not easy realizing like people be on bullshit, but then I also gotta be mad honest. Like, so too were we. Like if I were 15, 16, my 15, 16-year-old self definitely had behaved and acted and was complicit and an initiator.
I would probably owe a bunch of women some apologies.
Yeah,
The
was trying to
night,
would
like,
have
I
gave some pussy to a 21-year-old camera.
Yeah, I'm definitely
And at that time, that's what that
some
was.
men some apologies. Like, let's just be clear. Like the 90s were the wild west below the belt.
Y'all was outside.
In a way, especially here in Chicago, like we knew things. Our parents knew things. Like it was a weird time that nobody wants to be very honest about.
I got it. Yeah. So I think that one, her bringing up Cam and Mace to say something like that in this climate is crazy. One, they're in the podcast space, so it looks like, okay, it's kind of some type hating shit. Two, why even bring that up if you don't have something like you said?
It's not
you
leading
have
to
something you want to say that you're kind of hiding. Like, why would you even hint at that? And three, Cam not wrong, because in this climate, like again, where people are getting booked, Diddy for all this sexual allegations and all these sexual assaults and everything, for you to even hint at that, knowing that I'm getting to this new money in this new bag and I'm fresh outside, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, so now you're gonna get what I'm on. I'm giving you all the fucking lawsuits.
You wanted the attention.
All the smoke, everything.
Here it is.
Because she went with it a couple times. Like they said this, maybe they wasn't. And the guys was like, "Yo, you wildin'." Chill, like shit. Nah, we not doing that. And no, maybe no. Like, come on, sweetheart.
It is
and
nice
she
to know.
was one who would know because she at that time was engaged.
The number one video vixen.
So okay, got it. Well,
So this is not a random
I
chick
feel-
off the street. Like, oh, maybe I heard from back in the day that Cameron. No, she would have probably been, if not the person, the one next to watching in the place type shit.
Yeah.
So she would know and have something to say. Like you said, more information than other of us would know because we wasn't in those spaces.
Man, well, Cam did. He is definitely, that's somebody I never want to. Him and I did get checked by one rapper. I got scared and I left Twitter.
who?
Scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
man.
who?
I don't even want to say it. Nope.
We'll say it off camera.
Yeah, we'll say it off camera because this
That's
motherfucker
crazy.
is wild. Like,
He
why?
what city?
I
he
ain't
from?
gonna say. I
How
said it. Don't
you
nobody know.
that nervous? Damn.
Yes. Still coming for average people. Like,
He that if it ain't fit this three. Okay, I'm putting it out there right now. These people who I don't play with online. 50 Cent.
Never.
I will never,
Sir.
ever fix my mouth, page nothing to say nothing, push nothing out, or post nothing crazy about 50. Because that nigga keep all the receipts and do.
Go ahead, bro.
That's crazy.
Be careful out
That's
here.
crazy.
You on the phone?
yeah, he's on my list too. All right, so who's
That's
next?
Yeah, who else?
crazy.
Who not
That's-
going?
I'm gonna leave it there, man. I'm not playing. I'm not messing with 50
Why you playing
online.
with him?
I'm not messing with 50 online. That's a major one. Everybody else, I'm cool with, but 50, I'm not fucking with 50 online, guys.
Well, you know what else I thought was dope too, right? So Cam and Mace now getting major bags, right? So they're taking their network very seriously. So they gave their moderator, Stat Baby, gave her own show, right?
Nice.
And,
Oh, she got her own joint now?
own sports show, right? But only about women in sports. Fire. Way
Smart.
to go. Shout out to
Go
you, Cam,
crazy.
right?
Thank you for
Now-
loving on women.
Yeah. Now, what he also just did, he just partnered. I don't even want to say signed. He partnered with Mark Jackson.
Mhm.
Mark Jackson has gotten fired as the coach of
Golden State.
Golden State, fired from ESPN,
Sheesh.
right? And we're talking about this man's a pastor, right? So he's a man of the
NBA
cloth.
legend, plaster, New York legend.
Yeah, a
What
legend,
happened?
right? I don't know. Yeah, they for whatever reason they
little too
just,
Weird
black.
stuff.
yeah.
A little too black.
So Cam, they figured it out, and Cam was giving him his own show on his network,
I love our people.
right? And
That's New York.
supposedly-
for real right there.
along with Ron Artest.
Oh
So
my God.
that's gonna be crazy. So Mark Jackson can now speak freely and not be
He
filtered.
finna talk that shit. Yes.
Gotta love freedom of speech.
I created Stephen Clay because he was the one before he
Yes.
said it. I
Yes.
have the greatest shooters in the world on my team. Motherfuckers like, yeah, all right.
That's pretty brilliant.
Yeah,
smart.
I fucks with it, man. So Cam, we're open for discussions, buddy. Just want to throw that out there. We're open for discussions.
Okay,
I-
so having your own network,
Yeah, I've been
as
thinking
you
about it.
will,
I've been thinking about it.
what Chicago basketball legend would you sign to have unfiltered with their own show? Male and female, I need two. And then I need one from you too.
All right, I think people would be really interested to hear from Ronnie Fields, right?
Because he gonna get KG go crazy too. I like
Yeah.
that. Mhm.
Because again, it was him and Kobe in '96,
Mhm.
1 and 2, and it was a toss up between who was 1 and 2. Females, I would Cappy Poindexter.
No question.
Yeah,
Number one, 100% no question.
Yeah.
Cat is 100%. If she don't have her own show, we bogus.
and if I would have said Arthur Agee, but they already got their own thing popping.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tussle, but
Let's
All right, so-
Fields is crazy.
So
Yeah.
I'll say I gotta do Mark Aguirre. That's the homie.
Okay.
That's love.
The Paul legend.
And then gotta do the Golden Mamba, Jewel Lloyd. I would love to see her all day. And she went to the Olympics. Yeah. And she's a businesswoman. I could see her kind of bringing some good conversation to the space. And she's a wife. When I think about like all the aspects of being a female athlete, I think that would be mad interesting.
I love it.
Yeah, and then Mark could sponsor all of that with Shirley and champagne.
Yeah, facts. Now, if I had to add someone to the show with Ronnie, I'm going Lil Dave. David Bailey.
Dave Bailey.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know any of those people. Sorry.
Who would Joe?
Dave
go
and
to?
Martell Bailey. Cappy for sure. 100% Cap. I would probably go. I would go with Coach. If I go player, I'm going Sharon Collins.
That's
going
fair.
Sharon.
I fuck with
Going
you.
Sharon.
You can change the
question.
rules.
If not player, I'm gonna go coach, and I'm gonna go coach Wolf at Farragut. He had
Everybody.
Bronny,
Yo.
he had KG, and
Michael
everybody
Wright.
after that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go those two people. Cap for sure. Cappy Pondexter, 100% for sure. Sharon as a player, Coach Wolf as a coach.
Man, do they have to be
Ooh.
alive?
No, fuck it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm definitely doing Coach Al Scott, Simeon.
Okay.
Definitely the Blue
They'll
Machine.
let-
and I will have all of the coaches, basketball,
After that.
baseball. Yep, and all three of them together. Man, the stories they would have.
I kind of like that idea, player coach, right? So then I'll add two coaches, Longstreet and fuck it, Chris Head, man.
Oh, of course.
All right. Well, I'm adding my daddy then.
That's cool.
Yeah. I know you like, who the fuck is your dad? Coach Isaac Marshall was the first coach at Whitney Young, named them the Dolphins, and was the coach at Lane Tech, ended up being Chicago Public Schools sports administrator, responsible for bringing water polo back to Chicago Public Schools, is in the Illinois Water Polo Hall of Fame.
That's why he named them the Dolphins?
Yep, because they had a really great swim team, but my father was responsible for bringing back that program, and hundreds of kids are going to school on scholarship for water polo. And man, he know where the bodies are buried. I have no clue how this dude kept getting promoted.
Hey, man, shout out to Mr. Marshall, man. That was my guy.
You already know what it is.
Yeah.
All right, look, I'm going to play a clip, right? I'm going to try to listen to it and then just respond to it real quick.
I want genuine answers, like for real. Like if you girls have ideas and thoughts on this, please let me know. But this is really interesting and low-key a little triggering, but let's get into it. Every time I've worked for a white family over the past decade as a nanny, every time I walk into their house, it's like guaranteed. I see on their fridge, or they have this little bulletin board of all of these wedding invitations and bridal showers and baby showers and bachelorette party invites, and they always have something pertaining to marriage and family. But when I go to a Black household, I never see this stuff. I never see invites. I never see like this joy of, oh my God, my friends are getting married, I have all these weddings to go to, unless if it's a Black woman who's single, this is what I've noticed, who's single, she might have some white friends or Hispanic friends or, Asian friends that are getting married, and she'll go to their wedding. But it's not like, oh my gosh, my Black girlfriends are getting married, so we're just going to go to all these weddings.
All right, whatever, blah, 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 right? So the whole clip basically says, woman encourages other Black women to date outside their race, says it's their best shot at becoming a wife.
Interesting. That's where that was going?
Yeah.
I didn't think that's what
I didn't think that was the wait. So
no, Black people just don't waste money on invitation. I'm gonna call you, bitch. Hey, I'm getting married in 6 months. Hey, nigga, pull up. Hey, in January, on my wedding, January 17th, nigga, I need you there. Okay, bet. Say less. Like,
so my homegirl Collins is getting married on December 30th. Congratulations!
Shout out Collins. Shout out
and
Collins.
she made a Facebook page.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
Going, and I think what's real is the invitations.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. The way that we celebrate and invite, I think, is mad different.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue that it was, if Black women want to get married, date outside your race. That feels like a little bit of
Super
conflation.
What's the word you use?
Conflation. Give me some points.
I'm going to give you 7.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I take that.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Take that. don't use the Diddy ad-libs right now. Diddy ad-libs right now.
Yeah, we put them on pause.
We
Diddy
don't
ad-libs are on pause right
Diddy
now.
ad-libs right now.
Fine. You know what's so funny? My shorty told me we went to go see Boop the musical, which was super adorable. And so we went to the Chop House, which honestly wasn't very delicious. But she was like, you know what? We think you're going to marry a white man. And I was like, I could see that. I could see why they would say that.
Okay.
But I don't think that they feel like, well, I did kind of agree. Like, low-key, I kind of agree. Like, I do think that if I were dating multiple men, that there may be one man that's more excited to marry me sooner,
and that'd be the white man
than another. I could see that. I don't know if that would be true or not. But I also,
how do you see in it and it not be true different?
No,
you don't think that would be the reality that would happen? That's how
no.
you see it.
I could see marriage being on someone's mind at 40, and other people not so much. Like the climate of marriage in the Black community is real. Let's just be honest about it. Like
niggas trying to get shacked up.
You are not lying. I got a friend, look, ladies, so he's about 5'9". He does wear glasses. He's super funny.
What are we doing right now? What are we doing?
If you're looking for
You see
somebody,
how you downgrading this? Is this black man? You see how you downgrading this black man so much?
I said he does wear
wears
glasses.
glasses. What does that have to do with anything?
I'm giving the specs.
Okay.
Giving the specs.
What is hairline like? It's decent?
Decent hairline.
What size is
he
shoes?
He got an Amon hairline.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
All right, imagine Amon 3 inches taller, two
So you
shoe
five-
sizes
that's
bigger.
cool.
Yeah, I'm 5'6" now. Wait a minute.
I said two.
It was definitely 3 and you said 9. Hey, that's crazy. I'm not
But
gonna let
he's
you do my
mad
brother
funny,
like
ladies,
that.
and he's looking for a wife. But no, you're right. Like there are a lot of brothers looking for a wife. I'm just playing.
So go ahead. I mean, do you believe that? First of all, do you believe women really want to get married?
No, they want help.
They
don't want
Let me
love.
be
They want
quiet
help.
and listen.
They want help. Help with bills. Help
I
with
want
their
in-house.
kids. Help with their in-house shit along. Help with their mental. Help with focus. Help with direction. They want somebody to lead them and help them rather than fall in love with somebody. I want somebody to help me go somewhere better than where I'm at. And I don't give a fuck who that is. I'm not in love with you. I just need somebody to help me be better than where I'm at. And that's where they get in the problem. Because now this nigga who was helping you be better 6 months ago, you find out he ain't shit. He's a terrible father, but you had 3 kids with him. He's, you know what I'm saying? All this
Okay, all
crap.
right. You know what? I feel attacked.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, I'm saying.
Hold on, this isn't about you.
It's
This is
not about you. This has nothing to do. It has nothing
not
to do.
about
It
you.
has nothing to do with you. So I'm saying, at the end of the day, you can realize that motherfucker ain't nothing, but you were just trying to have help rather than fall in love for the right
You
purposes.
don't get no more magic mind.
Hope you never have a baby mama. You will never have a baby mama on Magic Mind. Your mind will be clear, my boy.
I'm stressless.
Your mind to be clear.
I love y'all.
Be clear. But no, and not that's not just women either,
Oh, my
because
face
niggas is shacking up for help too. He ain't got no house and you do, and you got a little bit more than him, so he gets with you because you help him be better for a
You
little
talk
while.
just as fast as my cousin.
You know what I mean?
What
So,
did you do?
Yeah, you know, I saw him. I
I know how to
studied my
produce.
boss. I put my same energy, a little bit smaller. Shit me down.
See, I started on my posse shit.
I'm on my posse shit. But yeah, he ain't got shit either. So you know what I'm saying? He looking for a little help too. You got a nice warm house.
Warm.
You know what I'm saying? Them covers and sheets be clean every other day. I'm over here. And you think he gonna lead you to the promised land of your legacy, and he lead you to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, listen.
Debt and debauchery. No, so I will say this. I didn't know what type of wife I wanted to be or what type of husband I wanted and or needed until I got into a space of like fully acknowledging that I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know I've received messages about what I deserve. Not a lot of messages on who I have to be to deserve it though. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. This requires that.
Yeah, like I thought about like I didn't have like a list, but I did have wishes, right? And I realized one day as my girl is telling me her absolutely ridiculous list that I asked myself like, am I the woman that man is looking for? But then I also realized like men are radically optimistic in who a woman can become, and like men will invest time and resources and help you be better to see if you are who you want to be. Are you going to listen? Are you going to trust? Like, do you really trust me? Can I trust that you believe that I have your best interest at heart? And so,
do you feel like women do the same?
I don't know. I can't speak for women.
I think they do.
Myself.
I think exactly what you said is what I feel like women do. They invest into a guy who thinking, oh, you can be what you.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I tell you, what you tell me you're gonna be, and I'm trusting that you'll become that or be that over time.
Yeah. So I did that the first time.
And what happened?
We know what happened.
These
Now
zombies.
you want to ask?
I didn't know. Maybe they didn't hear before. They just got here right now. They just got here right now to the episode. The zombies. The zombies.
He's so petty. He's so petty. Hey,
Super petty. Petty Chuck, not viral Chuck.
facts. That's why he got 35 M's on his last post, man. It's crazy.
The zombies.
I'm not paying for that joke.
The zombie. That's free. That
But
one
look,
free.
What's interesting to me though, right? It said a woman's saying this is how you get married, right? But no one is actually even asking men, do you want to get married, right? We're in times where this is, let's call it what it is. This is whole culture, right?
You say whole culture?
Whole
Whore.
culture.
When has it not been though?
Well, I think it's seen more. So
Okay, fair.
I'll say that, right? So if you go on Instagram, you could just open up an account.
Buddha, 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 Buddha.
That's the
rockin' and
first thing
roll.
that they're feeding you,
Mhm.
right? They're not feeding you anything motivational, anything that makes you better, right? If you start a brand new account with a brand new email, you're gonna have some ads in that Explorer page.
You said ass or ads?
Ass.
Ads for ass?
Ads for
BBL
ads.
Okay,
asses.
so let's be real. But you influence that algorithm with your choices, your clicks, your likes, and what it is that you have given attention. So
He said, I think his argument is that that's not true. If I open a brand new page right now, let's say the demographic, let's say my demographic was a male, you got to put that stuff in, right?
Yeah.
right.
What would be the first 10 things?
Did you put
they-
your
on my-
email?
Email,
Yeah, brand new email.
age.
Okay, so let's
Okay, I got it.
So
Right.
if you really wanted a clean slate, you also
Brand new
have to be
email.
a brand new person
Mhm.
online. You cannot attach your current identity to a new social. That's not how this works. They got you.
So what do they put on a 30-year-old black male's page who opens it up right now today?
They do invite, right? Like, what's your interest? What's your hobbies?
Uh-huh.
But it's also connected to your Facebook and to your formerly known as Twitter
Mm-mm-mm.
and to your Pinterest, right? So all of these things are coming together. Why?
Cookies.
To sell you some shit. And what you do have to do is acknowledge, like, what have I said that I liked?
Mhm.
What have I
Clicked
scrolled
on,
past?
looked at.
Who have I followed?
Man, look, I say it all the time. I'm gonna be dead ass. It ain't a man born alive
Here we
or in
go.
the grave that is walking around saying, I cannot wait to get married. So, with that being said,
are you saying I'll never get married again?
no,
No,
what
somebody.
I'm saying is that it's not. It shouldn't be.
I hope he
It
doesn't
shouldn't be.
already have
It
a
shouldn't
wife.
be at the top of your priority list. You know what I'm saying? Like dead ass. Like if you really think about what are the benefits of marriage for both parties, a lot of times women come out on top of that race.
Let's change the question.
Are there benefits?
Can there be so yeah. How do we make it mutually beneficial? Because that's kind of where I am now.
Because
Like,
you have to mutually be invested in the marriage.
I want more than ever before to have an opportunity to have a home where I feel just as confident as the person sleeping next to me. My kids are on their way out. I don't need somebody to pay the bills. But to your point, the help, I realized that I'm a team player.
Mhm.
I was on swim teams all my life. I kind of need a coach.
Yeah.
You know, and
Now
that's,
you talking.
Or a star player.
yeah.
There you go.
I'm
There you
I'm
go.
definitely a star player. I'm definitely a catch.
No,
Like,
he's saying
if-
that you need a star player.
yeah, but I am the star player. Let's be clear. Right?
Okay, well,
No, and the reason why I say that is I've excelled in every area of my life. I also have displayed that I can follow, I listen, I know how to be coached. I am willing
That's
to
key.
participate in that. And I don't see it as diminishing me if we both
Because I
win
take
by
coaches to
you
win. Yeah.
feeding into me. And I'm looking for the right person that realizes, like, I don't want this big ass house and all this money and have a rose that I have to.
Oh, the rose. I mean,
Yeah. I don't want a collection of roses.
Left-handed
Like,
rose different.
you stupid. Inside joke.
but I mean, we can probably go on and on for days, right? Because there are different roles that you play in a marriage,
Mhm.
right?
All day.
The person I met when I first got married is not the person that I'm currently married to,
Mhm.
meaning she has evolved, no
Mhm.
different than I have, right? So you have to always be evolving in a marriage, and you have to always be selfless. If you're not willing to do that, you don't need and you shouldn't want to be married.
Yeah.
So I have a question. So I kind of was talking with my guy about the for better or worse. And a lot of women feel like the for better doesn't get as much energy as the for worse. So, for example, you know what I mean? Like we doing now. I've evolved.
That's hard.
Now I got the degree. We started the business. I need for you to level up. Why? Because it's for better and for worse. You can't tell me, well, I'm cool being here. I get that. We're comfortable, but you knew I was going up. You helped me get there. And so now that I'm here, who do you need to be?
Maybe he wants to be consistently who he has been.
So I think that's where we are in kind of understanding the dynamics of our relationships. Cause you know, like I in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna get a man. I got a +1 on my arm. He got on the tux. We're here. I am by my motherfucking self.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's not what he does. Right. But he helped me get to the point where I need a +1. So now I have to be honest with myself. Like, all right, well, I have to let that go because that +1 now becomes an opportunity for me that I could bring someone like I'm taking them on. And now I get to move even further because I have somebody in my life that says that's not a spot for me. That's not where I belong. But it was interesting. Like when we start to do better in our marriages, that there is jealousy. Like we shift in terms of our energy and our talent, and people see we see new people around our spouses and mates, and that don't make us feel good. Like it almost feels like we don't know you no more, but like you kind of made sure that I excelled, but are we serious about making sure that we protect our relationship while we do better so we can, continue to do better as a couple?
The better and worse, I will ask that you subscribe for, it was that the better or worse in a person or better or worse of the relationship?
Both.
And are those mutually exclusive? So now
Fair.
you are doing a lot better, but the relationship is doing way worse.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean? So now are you focused on your good or the relationship's bad?
So I think that's a great point. So I don't think bad, but I think when things are bad in a relationship, we put energy into making sure we get it back to.
Okay.
I feel like when we are doing better in our own lives while we're in relationships, sometimes we forget it needs that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
We have to make sure that we stay on the same page and that our relationship is continuously getting better.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I'm getting tuxedos and I'm your +1. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean that I'm the one that's on your arm when you're going to all these galas. But when you are the person of the hour, I'm right there.
Yeah. When it's about you, I'm about you.
Yeah. So I'm learning to not use a partner as a prop. Right. And I'm also learning that this is my life and I want somebody in it that will help me go as far as I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I think the problem I have with that is you can't, and not you, but in general.
Right, in general.
You can't expect someone to want the same things that you want, right? That is a want that you would like your partner to go to a gala with you. In his mind, this is your thing. I'm cool, right? It may make him Earl to even be around all that kind of energy,
not what I'm on.
right?
So why be with a man who doesn't like that?
So
how do you find someone?
I don't think that's a bad thing either, though.
Right.
I don't think that's a bad thing.
But why would she be with someone who doesn't like that if that's what she wants? Why would you choose or be with a man who doesn't want to be at a gala?
So the thing is like, which one? Did you go to 20?
Yeah, I'm saying like.
You go to 20. You want me to like.
But it's a man who will go with 20 guys with you.
And am I the woman that's going to go to 20 games?
Okay, there you go.
Right?
That's there you go. There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So
I'll shit.
I will go to what's the big one in February?
Super
Everybody
Bowl?
fuck with At least I knew what month it was.
Yeah. Good job.
There's a lot going on in February.
What is?
When is the Final Four?
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, March. Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
go to the last game of the Final Four.
Okay.
I'll fuck with you on Super Bowl.
As you
and
should.
maybe after halftime.
Yeah. First
Right?
half, leave me alone. Okay.
But he's never going to be like, you got to go to every... So if that's not what he's going to do, I have to keep that in mind for what it is that the things that I love. But when it really matters, like, yo, I need you here. Like, this is a play for me. I need for us to be on the same page. I have the kind of guy that's on that, but I had to let go of, I imagined a man. I created his reality.
Instead of appreciating and loving
of what it is that I hate.
And forgetting, or not, I don't want to say forgetting, but ignoring the fact that he helped you get to your
completely
destination.
ungrateful.
Yeah.
That's the
Like,
word.
you
that,
couldn't even get to the gala if it wasn't for what we did or how I
Facts.
helped you get
Right.
here.
Facts.
Then
So
I'm
now
trying to
fuck me
roll
going.
this weed.
Yeah.
You know,
The hell?
like, I see you when you get back, you know, like and having an attitude about that. Like I've really been learning to honor men. I went to a focus group and they asked about violence.
Mhm.
And I said, my awareness of violence has evolved and it's turned more inward, that I choose to acknowledge and be more aware of how I create, sustain, and am complicit in the harm against Black men specifically.
Mhm.
And the room was like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But that's a real thing for me. Like I like being here. You can't be here every Saturday with these guys and not pick up on, I need to do better.
Yeah.
You know, just as a woman, not as a woman in a relationship, but I have a son, I have
Yeah.
cousins, I have these missions that my entire identity is Black woman, which if I spend most of my time learning and helping and supporting, that means that I'm not learning, helping, and supporting, you know, over here. So I appreciate the opportunity to be better. I do want to be a wife, and I want to be
Why?
the wife. I want companionship. I do believe in winning as a team.
I agree.
And
I'm
I do
100%
and
with
I
you on
do
that.
realize that Black men have been invested in very differently and at a slower rate. And I kind of want to be used. I didn't get all of
Use
this
the right way.
yes. Please, like I want all of the resources that I've cultivated to be used for someone else to do the same. I feel so bad being poured into and I'm elevating. I want to make sure that I keep myself open for all this is available. You choose.
It's really simple. Like men are simple. It's really simple. Just, hey, what do you need?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Y'all,
need?
but we are not trustable.
Women?
Yes.
Thank
yeah,
you.
I ain't telling you shit. I need a sandwich, man.
I feel like I'm well versed in pulling the okie doke. I will say this and do that, and then explain away why it is that is this.
What does that, I mean, because I feel like the initial gratification for, and I'm just speaking on men and women, initial gratification for a woman is that I've opened up to you and told you what I wanted. And why would you okie doke me? If you feel like you like me, or is that because you don't really fuck with me?
Because I don't even count it as an okie doke.
That's wild.
Because that's not what it.
Because I'm with you. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, but yeah, like that's, and I'm only speaking for myself. Like I have definitely tricked myself and cross-talked and said this, but thought that. Like I realize how weird my thoughts are. Just not understanding I'm not as solid as I say I am. I'm not as clear-minded as I believe I am. And I kind of would be like, nah, men are out of their mind.
Does a man get that same grace? What if I'm at 28 after a couple of kids and I realize, yo, I'm kind of fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
I've been cross-talking. I'm not standing on business as much as I thought I was. I'm tripping a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, like, she bad, but I don't know.
You leave. You go zombie hunting. See how that works.
Here, before we get out of here though, I want to talk to Chuck, man. I want to talk to you about being an influencer, right? You have reached heights right now that a lot of people try daily, monthly, weekly, yearly. Will do the wildest shit for clicks and likes. And what you do is it may look very simplistic. You make it look very easy. But you do it very well, right? And I want to talk to you about that journey, how you even got there. And once you got that first million, did you feel like, okay, everything I drop has to be that? Was there pressure? Like, okay, if this one does 100,000, this one isn't successful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the journey of it was, I have nieces. I don't have any children of my own now.
Good job.
You looking for 3?
You said what? That's how they get you. 3 is good because you think 3, they had to be. But no, I got nieces and nephews, no kids of my own yet. But like you said, I was seeing who was influencing them. One is 10 now. The 10-year-old nephew, 13-year-old niece, 17-year-old nephew. So I'm seeing who they were influenced by, who they were saying, oh, this is the cool guy. This is the dope guy. And I don't want to speak about who specific they were saying, but I knew that they weren't good influences. Like, nah, he teaching you to, like, you got ops at 7? There's no way. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking? You spinning what block at? How?
What block are you spinning?
How? What do you? So it got to that. Like, I want to be an influence, for lack of a better term, a positive influence to the young, or even guys like me. It was niggas 25, 27, 30 years old who needed a positive influence. As a man, like, hey, bro, you don't need to do that. You know what I'm saying? We could do this. We don't got to cheat on our girls. We don't got to be out here wilding. We don't got to hit the block. We can get a job. We can grind and do it a different way. So that was the journey of what I want to go on, is being an actual positive influence to the people who look like me, younger and older, and my age, just to be a different guy. I don't got no ops. I'm not shooting shit. I ain't sold no drugs. I'm not on the block. I go to work. I try to find a bad chick to make my lady, try to be fly and be the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? And get some money on the path to that. So I just want, but that is, where does that fit in the social media, the climate of what we talking about? I don't rap. I'm not dunking the basketball anymore, and I'm not shooting motherfuckers. So, and I'm not talking crazy about people either. I'm kind of just trying to be nice. You know what I mean? I figure everybody got some shit going on. So how about I just make it a little bit easier for us going through all our shit? And where does that fit?
So opposite of Amon.
And where does that fit? Oh, because Amon gonna call you. That shit was trash. But at the, like, yeah, as opposed to that, like, just a counterpart to that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just be positive, but at the same time, life is life. So trying to cultivate that path and just trying to be who I am. And that's where the videos and the consistency came, and the success came from just being truly who I am. The everyday 9-to-5 guy, like we talked about on camera. Way more people have a 9-to-5 than are shooting shit and millionaires. So just equating to that and going on that journey and showing them this is the path that I want to go to be something greater, to get something greater. A lot of people resonated with that. So the first initial was like, oh shit, I did it. I got this success. I got this million. How do I replicate it? Because I'm a hustler. Like, do it once, that don't mean nothing.
Right.
You got to do it 10 times over before somebody even think you got it, and then do it 10 more times before you make some money from it. So it was pressure, definitely. Like, nah, price just went up. So now if I do 1 million views, why am I not doing 100,000 every time?
There you go.
Why am I not doing 50 to 100,000 every time? Why can I not get back to 1 million again? Why can I not do one into hustle? Why, if I had to give one, why can I flip that into 2, 3, 5 million the next time? So it was a pressure on myself to be consistent, to grow and be greater. And when I didn't, I was trying to figure out why. Like, why wasn't my dope this good this time? Like, what happened? What time did I post?
Was it stepped on?
What time did I post? What hashtags did I have? What effects did I have? What music? What sound? Whatever. What are other people doing at the time? What's popping
relative
right now
to
what's going on? Because maybe the shit I was doing ain't popping no more. Maybe I need to change it a little bit. So it was like an ever-flowing, ever-growing evolution and challenge to keep doing it over and over again. Like a sports. Like, now I'm playing against different guys. I'm playing against a different team now. I got to score 30 again and again. And that is what kind of got me kind of addicted to it. It's like, can I do it again? Can I stay relevant? Can I and still stay true to what I'm doing? The positivity, like, I could go talk about what the bullshit, or I could just be positive again and hope that resonates. And, you know, that was kind of what's working for me. So trying to stick into that and not wanting to, because I'm seeing what works for everybody else and wanting to kind of do that, but knowing that shit ain't gonna work for me. Sticking to what I stick to.
Yeah, because it's not organic to who you are.
It's not gonna be. I can't Uzi vert the shoulder to it's not going. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be us. True. So, figuring that out and being and staying and having confidence in that was the hardest part. Sometimes I may drop one that I'm like, this gonna be the shit, and that motherfucker
flop.
Flop. Oh Lord, I fell off. I do some bullshit on the side. 50. Like, okay, so now it's like you don't know.
Yeah,
you don't know. You just got to keep giving them what you feel is true, and they gonna like whatever they like.
Yeah, what I've learned is, you know, consistency is the key, right?
Everything.
Our biggest one is at 100 grand right now, right?
Which one is that?
About
barbecue?
No. Barbecue's at 56. Tavern on the Grange. Right? Till this day.
It's still going?
It's still going.
Sheesh.
Still going, right? Because How the algorithm works, they force it out, you know, and people, the more comments, the more shares, whatever, right? It goes crazy. But whatever, man. You know, this is a young man's game, and at the end of the day, I'm not. We talked about this. Like, I'm not trying to get in any other lane than where I'm good at. A lot. You know, but also, man, you got a film, man, that I guess went crazy at the Cannes Festival.
Oh yeah, shout out Unexpected Visitors, my producer director Jeremiah Balfour, who I've known since 6th grade.
Dope.
From the crib too.
Reconnected from Chicago, nice. West Side. Reconnected again on the backside of this, and went crazy, man. Like, yeah, I didn't know he was submitting it to many film festivals as he was, because he's really in that space. He just, hey, I need you for this. I wrote this part for you. Go crazy. A short film, and I think now we're at like 12 film festival awards with that one.
Congratulations.
So that's beautiful, man. So yeah, short film, Jeremiah Balfour, Unexpected Visitors. John Doe Thunder is the production company, and going crazy.
I feel like at this point, like, we know a lot of people that are doing short films, and feel like we need a little corner film festival.
Man, look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been ready for the big screen for a long time.
We need to shoot some that's gonna be like,
yeah,
that,
yes,
yes, that. A couple ideas that I've had, and I'll share now. Have you ever seen the show How to Make It in America? It was on HBO a while back.
I did.
I couldn't afford
a while
HBO.
Ago.
Dope.
Yeah.
And Entourage, a black version of the Entourage, where it's a couple guys and women involved, a small group.
You see my face.
A couple guys and
she
ladies,
hate being not
a couple
included.
guys and ladies involved, small group, to where they're trying to chase something together. One person pops off crazy, and then the story of how they all go together is beautiful. Because there's not too much positive stuff coming from Chicago. They're just straight out regular people. Like, we're not overtly, you know, and shout out to all the LGBTQ plus Z, whatever that is.
Look at you with all of the letters.
It's a
I'm
lot.
proud of
And it's
you.
some more that I missed a couple. But there's nothing that's just a regular person, like a straight woman, straight guy. We all straight. We just work jobs trying to get somebody
Yeah.
Poor Chuck.
She played for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, she's going straight to where she want to go to. She's going straight to whoever. She's going straight to whoever she like. You hear me? She going straight to whoever she like, and it can be a couple courses right there, but she gonna bypass the viaduct to go to where she want to go. You know what I mean? Like, no, but just having everybody encompassed now, because that's different. But I just want to do something positive from Chicago that just shows what we do every day, 24/7 on YouTube, and then going crazy from that, because we special, man. Like, y'all some special people.
Oh, I appreciate
it, man. Look, man, this has been a dope show, man.
Oh, wait, we got to talk about
what we got.
You know, where we will be next Saturday.
Oh, what's happening next Saturday?
Yeah, you're right. I apologize.
Yeah. So next Saturday we will be at Soldier Field for.
Damn.
What?
You got an extra ticket?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you there. Say less.
That's when you not gonna be there.
What you mean?
Yeah, you can come. Hey, you there? That's when I'm gonna hit the Wednesday, Thursday, and it's
everyone is invited. Everyone is the 5th annual gala, a gala for giving. So it's partying with a purpose. And so this will be December 16th, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. at the United Club, which is in Soldier Field. The mission of the gala is to give back to the local community. And they're partnering with From Our Hearts Chicago. And they're going to be distributing thousands of toys to Chicago homes, shelters, hospitals across the South, West, and the East side of the city. Shout out to everybody over East. And so please come out and help us bring lots of smiles to children's faces. Yes, the Corner Convo will be there in the house, looking good, recording live. And so this year, there's going to be Kenyatta Ken Chris, Juice Man Band, Chosen Few DJ Mike Dunn, 106.3's DJ Ty Sco. And so it should be a really good evening. Damon Williams is going to be hosting. And this is after 5 dress. So as long as you are fly.
Bring a toy.
Bring a toy. Wear something fly. No jeans. Yeah.
Bring a toy.
Yeah, bring a toy. Yeah, and a children's toy.
Yeah, let's be.
Don't fucking play. Don't bring no rose.
Yeah.
You know what? I do feel like we should have an adult Christmas party where people bring toys.
You always
who do they go to?
Yeah.
You got to leave with one?
Like,
you bring a toy, you gotta leave with it. Right? You go with one, you gotta leave with one. You don't even know what you pick. It's just your shit get put in the box. You gotta take it out. You gotta go with it.
You got men taking home butt plugs. Like, hold on, fam. Hey, yo.
It costs. Everything costs.
Come check us out at Soldier Field next Saturday, 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. Entrance
for
is
the
a
kids,
toy.
man. For the kids.
Yes, for the kids, for the families, and we love y'all.
Yeah, man. We do all the dope shit, man.
We do.
Get y'all some checks cut. You heard?
Facts.
Hey, man, it's the Corner Convo, man. Episode, what we say, 176?
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
167.
I thought it was 177.
I don't want to lie.
I can't count.
177. I mean, no. We want 176. 176, man.
Need to put a note card.
Yeah, on the
have
real.
that in the notes.
On the real.
We got a huge screen right here. It's like a low-key teleprompter. When you
Let's see.
Yeah.
What we doing?
Oh, see, man. Look, we out, man.
Peace, y'all.
Love.
We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even
Man, when the last time you was downtrodden?
Downtrodden.
Shit.
What the fuck is downtrodden?
Don't try my damn.
Yeah, like, man, college?